Listen to me. Every single day you have a choice to stay where you are or a choice to push yourself forward, a choice to complain or a choice to conquer, a choice to let fear hold you back or a choice to rise up and say, I will not be defeated. Your mind is the battleground. That's where the war is fought. You don't lose because of what's around you. You lose because of what's inside you. You let doubt creep in. You let fear whisper in your ear. You let past failures define your future. But hear me when I say this, you are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are what you choose to become. And if you want to change your life, if you want to elevate, you've got to stop letting your emotions dictate your actions. Motivation is great, but motivation will fail you. You won't always feel like waking up early. You won't always feel like putting in the extra hours. You won't always feel like pushing past exhaustion. That's why discipline must take over where motivation stops. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is waking up before the sun, putting in the work when nobody's watching, and staying focused when distractions come knocking. Because listen to me, you don't rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your habits. What are your habits? What are you doing every day to change your life? Because your future is not built in one day. It's built in the little choices, the small sacrifices, the daily commitment to being better. And let me tell you something about pain. Pain is not your enemy. Pain is the fire that forges champions. Every setback, every heartbreak, every loss, it's building you. But only if you let it. You can let pain break you, or you can let it make you. The choice is yours. You need to look at the people around you. Who's in your circle? Who's speaking into your life? Because some of you are carrying dead weight. You're trying to climb a mountain with people who don't even want to see the view. You've got to be surrounded by people who push you, people who challenge you, people who demand greatness from you. Because if you walk with the weak, you will never become strong. And finally, hear me when I say this. Faith without action is dead. Belief is not enough. You can pray for success, but are you working for it? You can hope for a better life, but are you building it? You can dream of greatness, but are you willing to sacrifice for it? Change is not easy. It demands everything from you. But if you want it, truly want it, you've got to wake up every single day and fight for it. Not just today, not just tomorrow, every single day. Because success is not given, it is earned. And it starts now. Your mind is the first and greatest battleground you will ever face. Before you win in life, before you succeed in anything, you have to win up here. Because everything starts in the mind. Your thoughts dictate your actions, and your actions dictate your future. If your mind is weak, your life will reflect that weakness. If your mind is filled with doubt, you will hesitate. If your mind is filled with fear, you will hold back. If your mind is filled with negativity, you will sabotage every opportunity that comes your way. But the opposite is also true. If your mind is strong, your life will reflect that strength. If your mind is filled with belief, you will take risks. If your mind is filled with faith, you will keep pushing even when things get tough. If your mind is filled with purpose, you will refuse to waste time on things that don't serve your destiny. That's why you have to guard your thoughts. Every single day, you are either feeding your mind with thoughts that build you up or thoughts that tear you down. You are either programming yourself for success or setting yourself up for failure. You cannot afford to let negative thoughts go unchecked. The moment doubt creeps in, shut it down. The moment fear tries to take over, fight back with faith. The moment your past tries to remind you of your failures, remind yourself that you are not defined by where you've been. You are defined by where you are going. You have to train your mind like a warrior trains for battle. You don't just wake up one day and have a strong mindset. No, you build it. You sharpen it. You reinforce it every single day with the words you speak, the people you surround yourself with, and the way you respond to challenges. Your biggest enemy is not out there, it's in here. The moment you conquer your mind, everything else will follow. Because when your mind is unshakable, nothing, no setback, no rejection, no obstacle can stop you from becoming who you were meant to be. Motivation is a feeling, and feelings are temporary. One day you're excited, inspired, ready to take on the world. The next day you're tired, frustrated, and doubting everything. That's why motivation is unreliable. It comes and goes. If you build your life around motivation, you will only move forward when you feel like it. And that's not how success works. Success doesn't wait for you to feel ready. Success doesn't care about your mood. Success is built on consistency, and consistency is built on discipline. Discipline is doing what needs to be done no matter how you feel. It's showing up even when you're exhausted. It's putting in the work even when nobody is watching. It's pushing through even when you want to quit. Discipline doesn't ask how you feel. It only asks what must be done. And that's why the most successful people in the world are not the most motivated. They are the most disciplined. They understand that progress is made in the moments when they don't want to do the work but do it anyway. You have to train yourself to move forward regardless of your emotions. There will be days when you feel like quitting, days when everything in you says, take a break, skip today, do it later. But discipline overrides that voice. Discipline says, I made a commitment and I will honor it. Discipline doesn't negotiate. It doesn't make excuses. It doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It acts. And over time, discipline creates momentum. Momentum creates habits, and habits create success. If you want to change your life, stop waiting to feel like it. Stop waiting for the right mood, the right circumstances, the right energy. Those things are unreliable. What you can rely on is discipline. Because the person who is disciplined will always outlast the person who is motivated. And in the end, the one who stays in the fight the longest is the one who wins. The people around you are either lifting you up or pulling you down. There is no in between. If you surround yourself with weak, negative, and uninspired people, that energy will seep into your mindset. You may not even realize it at first, but over time, their doubts will become your doubts. Their fears will become your fears. Their complacency will become your complacency. And before you know it, you're stuck in the same cycle, going nowhere, wondering why you can't seem to break through. But when you surround yourself with strong, driven, and focused people, everything changes. Their mindset pushes you higher. Their work ethic challenges you. Their ambition fuels your own. You start thinking bigger, working harder, and demanding more from yourself, not because they tell you to, but because their presence forces you to level up. Strength is contagious. When you're in the presence of people who refuse to settle, you stop settling too. You have to be intentional about who you allow into your space. Stop keeping people around just because of history. Just because you grew up together doesn't mean they belong in your future. Just because they were once supportive doesn't mean they still are. Some people are comfortable with the version of you that stays the same. But if you're trying to grow, if you're trying to evolve, you need people who are growing too. People who push you to be better. People who tell you the truth even when it's uncomfortable. People who don't let you make excuses. Look at your circle. Do they inspire you? Do they challenge you? Do they make you want to be better? If the answer is no, it's time to make a change. Because at the end of the day, you cannot become great while keeping company with the mediocre. If you want to rise, surround yourself with people who are already climbing. Nobody wants pain, but pain is the price of growth. You don't get stronger without resistance. You don't become wiser without struggle. You don't rise to the next level without discomfort. Pain is not your enemy, it is your teacher. It breaks you down so it can build you back up. It strips away weakness, doubt, and fear, leaving behind only what is necessary for you to grow. The problem is most people run from pain. The moment things get difficult, they quit. The moment they feel discomfort, they retreat. But that's why they stay stuck. Growth is on the other side of pain. Every breakthrough you've ever had came after a moment of struggle. Every success you've ever experienced came after a period of hardship. The question is, will you endure it? Will you stay in the fire long enough to be refined? Pain has a purpose. It forces you to change. It forces you to look at yourself, to adapt, to get better. When life knocks you down, it's not to destroy you, it's to see if you have the strength to get back up. Because every time you rise after failure, you become stronger. Every time you push through disappointment, you develop resilience. Every time you refuse to quit, you prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. You cannot escape pain, but you can decide what to do with it. You can let it break you, or you can let it build you. You can let it make you bitter, or you can let it make you better. Pain is inevitable, but growth is a choice. If you embrace it, if you endure it, if you use it as fuel, you will come out on the other side transformed. Your life is not shaped by what you do once in a while. It's shaped by what you do every single day. Your habits define you, not your goals, not your dreams, not your intentions, your daily actions. What you repeatedly do becomes who you are. You don't rise to the level of your ambitions. You fall to the level of your routines. If you want to change your life, you have to change what you do consistently. Success is not about big dramatic actions. It's about the small, disciplined choices you make over and over again. It's about waking up early when you'd rather sleep in. It's about putting in the work when no one is watching. It's about making the tough choices, the sacrifices, the commitments that seem insignificant in the moment but compound over time. Because habits don't just shape your days, they shape your future. Look at your life right now. Your results are a reflection of your habits. If you are inconsistent, your results will be inconsistent. If you procrastinate, your progress will be slow. If you waste time, you will have nothing to show for it. But if you are disciplined, focused, and intentional with your habits, success is inevitable. You have to take control of your routines. What are you feeding your mind? What are you doing with your time? Are you building habits that push you forward or habits that hold you back? Every habit is either an investment in your future or a withdrawal from your potential. The people who achieve greatness aren't lucky, they are consistent. They have trained themselves to do what needs to be done, whether they feel like it or not. If you want to change your life, don't wait for motivation. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Start with your habits, because in the end, you are not what you say you will do. You are what you do consistently. Faith alone will not take you where you want to go. Believing in yourself is important, but belief without action is just a dream. You can pray for success, but if you're not putting in the work, nothing will change. You can hope for a better life, but if you're not taking steps toward it, you will stay exactly where you are. Faith and action must work together. One without the other is powerless. Faith gives you vision, but action brings that vision to life. Faith tells you it's possible, but action proves that you're serious. Faith pushes you to start, but action is what keeps you going. Too many people sit back waiting for a miracle, waiting for the right opportunity, waiting for everything to line up perfectly before they make a move. But life doesn't work like that. The doors don't open until you start walking. The opportunities don't come until you show up. You have to move even when you don't see the whole path. You have to take risks even when you're unsure of the outcome. Faith says, I believe it's possible. Action says, I'm going to make it happen. If you really believe in your dreams, show it. If you really believe in your potential, prove it. Because faith without action is nothing but wasted potential. Success is built by those who not only believe in their vision, but are willing to sacrifice for it. Are you willing to wake up early? Are you willing to stay late? Are you willing to push through fear, doubt, and failure? Faith will give you the strength to keep going, but action is what gets you there. You don't just wish for a great life, you build it. You don't just hope for success, you work for it. If you're serious about changing your life, don't just believe, move. Watch this every day and change your life. Your life is a direct reflection of your mindset, your discipline, your surroundings, your struggles, your habits, and your actions. Every single day you are making choices. Choices that either push you forward or hold you back. If you want change, real change, you can't wait for it. You have to take control of your mind, your effort, and your direction. Your mind is the battleground. If you lose the war in your mind, you lose everywhere else. Every doubt, every fear, every insecurity, it all starts up here. You have to train your thoughts like a warrior trains for battle. Fill your mind with belief, not doubt, with strength, not weakness, with possibilities, not limitations. Because the moment you master your mind, you master your life. But motivation won't get you there. Motivation fades. It's unreliable. That's why discipline must take over. Discipline is what separates those who succeed from those who don't. It's about showing up when you don't feel like it. It's about doing the work even when there's no immediate reward. Success is not about feelings. It's about commitment. And commitment means staying the course no matter how hard it gets. And let me tell you, the people around you matter. You cannot carry dead weight and expect to fly. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, who push you, who demand greatness from you. If the people in your life don't inspire you to be better, it's time to make a change, because weak surroundings create weak minds, and weak minds create weak results. And don't run from pain. It's part of the process. Pain is the price of growth. Every struggle, every setback, every failure is preparing you for something greater. The pain you feel today is strengthening you for tomorrow. You can let it break you, or you can let it build you. The choice is yours. But all of this, your mindset, your discipline, your circle, your pain, means nothing without action, because faith without action is dead. You can believe in your dreams all you want, but until you start moving, until you start working, until you start sacrificing, nothing will happen. Life doesn't reward those who wait. It rewards those who go after what they want with everything they've got. So if you want change, real change, commit to it. Commit to training your mind. Commit to showing up every day. Commit to surrounding yourself with strength. Commit to embracing the pain. And most importantly, commit to action. Because the only way to change your life is to step up and take control. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now.